The Donald Trump presidency, we will finally evict all of these illegal aliens that are coming here and stealing jobs from Americans. If you break into my house, should I just accept you because you washed my dishes and made my beds? I say no. I say you need to go back and come back in the right way.
So is that what the Indians should have told white Americans? The original illegal alien or European white folk in America?
Agreed.
And so should the Indians stand up today and say deport all white folks back to Europe?
Well, should we learn something from their mistake? Because we are here now.
Or should you learn something from their compassion to give other people an opportunity like was given to you and your ancestors? Learn from their compassion. That's what you should learn from.
I say learn from their mistakes.
Letting in the white man was the worst mistake that the Indians ever could have made. I agree with you. That was one of the greatest mistakes. Even right there in South Africa, they got a similar problem.
So, Cornell, I want to talk to you about this last week. This young 10-year-old, very intelligent-looking young lady, a black young lady at a Pearland school who will not stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in her classroom. She doesn't want to stand up because apparently she believes that black Americans need a lot more to be done in this country. She is not willing to support the black Americans that have fought and died for this country. You know what I believe, Cornell? And I know you supported her publicly, but you know what I think? I think at 10 years old, she has no real understanding of what America is. So I wonder if her parents have sat her down and explained what Americans have given their lives, white, black, red. It doesn't make any difference. They stood and they fought and they died for this country, and she doesn't want to do anything to honor them?
Matt, she comes from a family of military service members. Her father is a retired military service member also who served this nation well with great dignity. She also has additional family members who was in the armed forces.
Good.
Her mother's a very intelligent woman who has had long conversations as well as her father about her not standing for the flag. What white people need to understand
Just white people?
Yes, please. Let me explain. What white people need to understand is that that national anthem was written by Francis Scott Key, a slave owner who demonized and hated black slaves and black people. And that unwritten third, that unheard of and unspoken third verse, go research the third verse where he says, there's no refuge in this country for the hireling or the slave, both should be turmoil to the grave.
How's her parents doing?
This is a man
Are they successful?
that promised turmoil for black people to the grave. Would you ask Jewish children to say a pledge to a German anthem that disrespects Jewish people?
If they're
No, you
living
would
in
not.
Germany,
No,
sure.
you would not.
Well, sure.
That disrespects Jewish people?
Then
No,
why,
you would not.
You certainly can kneel down. In America, you have the right to do that. But what will happen to her, how her friends will respond, how the school will view her, how Americans will view her is very negative. And this is not what you want for your 10-year-old child.
And let me say to that young girl and others like that young girl, America looked at the same way at Rosa Parks when she refused to get up and give up her seat to a white man on the bus. But history vindicated her. History vindicated her. America demonized Harriet Tubman for freeing slaves from slavery, but history vindicated her. So I say to that young girl, you stand strong, stand up, and stand for what you believe in. And to all of those who are too coward to do it, don't get in that young girl's way. Others like her, support that young girl.
What would you like her to say to the men and women who have fought for this country like I ran into over the weekend? The black men and women who fought for this country and some who gave their lives.
Ask the black men and women who served America in its military, like in the Independence War. We helped America get it, and we were still slaves afterwards. Ask those in Vietnam who gave their war on Vietnam battlefields, but then came back and was called niggers in their own country. We have fought in America's war, and we've never been given the justice and the due process of everybody else in this nation.
Then why don't you move to a different country? Why are you staying here if you don't like it?
Let me tell you why. Because the country belongs to Indians. You white folks stole it from them, raped and robbed their people. This is not your country. You all came over here and stole it and beat the hell out of them. So this is not your country.
It was my country.
You all need to go home.
If you're
you all need to go back where you came from.
If you don't like it, why don't you pack up and go?
Let the Indians decide who should pack up and go. And I guarantee you black folks will stay, and you all will be on the first damn boat leaving here. So don't try that, brother. You all didn't make America. This is not your country.
What you should do is sit down with someone who has fought for this country, Cornell. Get their opinion. Too.
Tons of black people have, and what have we gotten from it?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, I want us to continue watching this interview and see how this black man, he puts white people in their place. So kindly guys, watch this, then I'll be back with more comment at the end.
So the bill has hit Governor Abbott's desk and has been signed by Governor Abbott. Basically, the anti-sanctuary city bill has been passed and is now law. And what that bill says is that if local law enforcement or state police view a criminal activity afoot, they make a stop on that state crime, and then they can inquire into the status of an individual's residence. Are they a lawful U.S. citizen? Are they here with a green card? Are they a permanent resident alien? Or are they here illegally without documentation? And if they are here illegally without that documentation, then the feds can get involved and then they can take it from there. I think this is a fantastic law. It is time to start enforcing the laws that are on the books instead of the state and local officials legislating from their own little tiny offices.
It's an awful law because it's nothing more than a legal way for law enforcement to racially profile Mexicans and Hispanics. This law was written into existence by Governor Abbott to specifically go after a said group of demographics here in the state of Texas. Secondly, it is awful that we want to call them illegal immigrants to the point to where if a cop does not do his job according to this law, he can be charged and arrested, and the cities can be given a $25,000 fine per day. Well, we'll put a cop in jail for not asking about his immigrant status, but we won't put cops in jail for shooting and killing unarmed black people.
That's not true, and
Thirdly,
that's way too far of a step. Murder is against the law.
Yeah, but it's not against the law when you kill black people and you're a cop. See, the problem in America in this state
What about the Dallas case where that cop was just charged with murder?
Because there was video to show he was absolutely lying.
So you can't make these broad statements. It's just simply not true.
Often there's video, ma'am, where we are killed by cops and nobody ever goes to jail. Ask Eric Garner's family that. Ask the family right there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Brother Alton Sterling's family.
But your
they're not getting justice. So video don't mean nothing for us. But let's get back to the immigrants. I would say to the Hispanic and Mexican community, what you got to do now, hook up with the black community and unite in political power, because if Mexicans and black people unite in Texas, we can control the governor, we can control the lieutenant governor, and we can control politics in Texas, period. I'm saying to the Latino brothers and sisters, don't fight them by yourself. If you hook up with black people and we unite, I'm telling you, we can run Texas and then pass laws to deal with those who hate us.
You're advocating for criminal activity, Quanell. These people are not here lawfully. They need to do what our ancestors did, what many Mexicans have done.
No, wait a minute.
Don't interrupt me.
Your ancestors came here illegally. Wasn't nothing legal about your ancestors.
Listen.
They came illegally and they murdered, they raped, they pillaged a whole race of people. This country, Texas, Arizona, California, belongs to the Mexicans.
Quanell, get back
it was
to the
stole from them.
You tell me to get back to the point.
Ancestors, they came here illegally.
You're not being fair to me here. You say stay on topic. I say, okay, we'll stay on topic. And then as soon as we start talking about illegal immigration, you go back to the black issue. Let's stay on topic.
Your ancestors are the master illegal immigrants.
Give me the opportunity to respond in that, you know what, we're all Americans here. And if you are here legally, absolutely, then we need to come together and we need to pass good laws for enforcing the laws.
Well, perhaps the Native Americans should have passed laws against your ancestors. You know, many in this nation are asking, what should Black Lives Matter do, and in which direction should they go? The shooter in Dallas, Michael Johnson, is reported that he was angry with Black Lives Matter, and I understand why he probably felt that way, because he was of a real radical extreme mindset, and he's wondering why they are not at that same mindset that he is, and really should not be.
You're not forgiving this guy, are you?
That's not what I'm doing, but also what I am doing, I understand the conditions in America that produced a mindset like that. Injustice on a consistent basis breeds insanity, and that's what's happening in America with black people.
You know what's happening? You know what's happening, Quanell? There are black and white people that would like nothing more than for us to stay fighting because they somehow achieve a bit more money or a bit more prosperity or a level that they like. But they've got to make sure that white people and black people or any race are fighting each other and they're all jazzed up over something. Those people succeed. And that ain't me, and I certainly hope it isn't you either, Quanell, although I'm not so sure.
This nation, Matt, is at a crossroads. If we want to prevent another Michael Johnson, and I sit here with you for 6 years, and I warned you right from this seat that a Michael Johnson would be produced in America if injustice and police killings were not held accountable, these cops. And I'm warning you right now, brother. I'm telling you can take it or let it alone, and you don't have to listen, and this audience doesn't have to listen. But if they don't change, the next move, terrorist organizations from outside of America are going to try to connect with black people who are angry, disgruntled, and frustrated, and use them as an inside sale to strike America. That's what's coming.
His first stop was to an organization like yours, and, you know, the new Black Panthers, he thought maybe that would be the place to go. Can you imagine that in this guy's mind, he looked at you as someone who could use to go after people like me?
I put the brother out.
I know you did.
Because I had no choice but to do so for the safety and security of the other members because of the brother's rhetoric. But at the end of the day, I understand what has produced that kind of mindset in many young black men. Don't you dare think.
That's a dangerous thing for you to say, Cornell.
Don't you dare think that Michael Johnson was the only one thinking like that in America. He is not. There are other black people in America across this country who think just like that.
Let me tell you something, Quanell. There's all different races and breeds of people that unfortunately are thinking that way because there's a fire lit under them by individuals that are smiling from ear to ear, hoping something like that does happen. I'll tell you who wants to see it is Hillary Clinton.
Man, ask yourself the question. If black cops were in white neighborhoods executing young white boys like they do black men, and they were never held accountable, what would you white people do?
Let me tell you something.
You would go to war. You would go to war.
44% more police officers just now in 2016 have been killed trying to do their job than all of last year.
But Matt, we have been fighting police brutality really publicly since the 50s.
You don't shoot him. You don't shoot him, Cornell.
Nothing's changed.
You don't shoot him.
I agree with that. And they should not be killed or targeted. But Matt, that 1% that they say is bad among them, that 99% better get off their ass and tell the truth and get rid of the 1% that's doing these things.
Well, you do the same thing.
Matt, we have been trying. Let me tell you something. If these racists on these police departments don't get off their ass and deal with the bad element, I'm telling you, there's going to be more Dallases in America.
Then you and I get together and we'll stand up and we'll help them get them off their ass. Let's do that.
I have no problem with that. But the chief and district attorneys got to be held accountable to hold everybody to the same standard when they commit a crime, cops and citizens.
They don't have borders in Europe. But when it comes to us, they say, no, you must have borders. Why? The division of Africa is what makes them thrive. They thrive on the division of the African continent. Can you imagine the minerals of DRC combined with the minerals of South Africa and with a new currency based on the minerals? What we can do to the dollar if we become a United States of Africa with our minerals alone. We can collapse the dollar. We can collapse the strong pound that is based on gold, yet they don't have a gold mine. So why do you allow such things? There were no borders, and we must all of us unite in that call. Free movements of persons, free movements of goods will make this country flourish.
I don't know who needs to hear this. You need to hear this from Julius Malema. This is one of the most feared politicians in Africa. Julius Malema. Listen to him.
We are with Iran. How can Israel just go and bomb Iran and expect Iran not to defend itself? We are with the children of Palestine because we were there before. We know how it feels to be oppressed and to be dispossessed of your land. We were dispossessed of our land, and that's why we are on the side of the dispossessed, and that is the children of Palestine. We must never allow the USA to dictate to us. We want to build a strong army, not only of South Africa, of the whole of African continent, so that we can confront America or China or Russia as equal, because the unity of Africa is a threat to Europe. That's why Africa must unite. That's why Africa must have one president, must have one parliament, must have one army, must have one currency, and that currency must be stronger than the dollar, euro, or pounds. The song Kill the Boer is not created by Julius Malema. That is a song of the struggle. That is the song that was sung by our fathers and mothers during difficult days of apartheid, and no one will stop us from singing that song. It is our heritage, and we will defend it with everything we have.
Okay, since no one's going to say it, I'm going to say it. Let's just call it what it is. This Trump administration isn't some showcase of brilliance or strategy or moral authority. It is a showcase of white mediocrity, broadcast for the entire world to see. If you think about it, they scream about being the greatest. They scream about being the smartest, the most patriotic. But when the spotlight hits them, what do we see? Corruption, incompetence, lies stacked on top of lies, A government so insecure it has to redraw maps, it has to silence voters, it has to attack its own citizens just to hold on to power. And the world is watching. Countries overseas are looking at America, shaking their heads, saying, "This is America? This is what we were told was the standard for democracy?" Because for centuries, whiteness carried itself alongside, synonymous with excellence, while dismissing black and brown excellence as inferior. But Trump's administration has blown that myth to pieces because globally, people see it now. Whiteness in power doesn't guarantee wisdom, it doesn't guarantee justice, it doesn't even guarantee competence. All it guarantees is access. Access, handed down through a rigged system that protects mediocrity as long as it wears the right skin. So let's be clear, this ain't about every white person, but it is about the fact that Trump has exposed the truth, that the old story of white superiority was never superiority at all. It was all smoke and mirrors, and now the smoke has cleared. So what comes next, right? If America wants respect on the world stage again, it won't come through Trump. It won't come through clinging to whiteness. It will come through honesty, justice, and multiracial democracy that values talent, not skin. Because the global stage just learned what we've always known. When you strip away the privilege, white mediocrity can't hold a candle to black excellence.
So guys, I hope you have watched that interview and you have seen how this black man, he has come out and put these white people in their place. You know, for a very long time, these white people, they don't want us black people to come out and say the truth. So if a black person, if a black person come out and say the truth to the world, these people, they usually got angry. And that's why you can see this black man, he has come on this interview without having no fear and telling these white journalists truth to their face. So this is what it is right now happening. You know, right now black people, we are waking up, and also we are now knowing the history. We are tired of seeing how these people, they have been hiding the history, how these people, they have been going ahead and rewrite the fake history. So right now the history, the hidden history keeps on revealing itself. And also we are seeing majority of our black people nowadays, especially our professors, our history educators, they are coming out and educating us black people to know the truth about us black people. So this man, he has come out and say some of the things that this white person, he has got hungry simply because he has come out and say, in fact, first of all, this country America, it is not for the white people. It was a stolen land, and the original people, the indigenous people, they are black people, and also the Indians. They are the people who they can claim the American, but not the white people. You know, the white people, they are European reject. They usually say that these people, they were European reject. So when they were rejected from Europeans, now they came in America. And also when they came in America, they found the Indians and also black people, they were already in America. So these people, this land America, first of all, it is a stolen land, and the people who they need to move out of this America, it is not the black people, it is these white people, because this country, it is the land, it is not theirs. So that's why you can see this white man, he has got angry. And also we have been talking about reparation for a very long time. These people, they have not want to pay us reparation. They don't want to pay the damage that they don't want to compensate us black people when they for the damage that they did during slavery. You know, these people, they think that when they are coming out and paying our black slavery, they think that they are going to make us to become more rich than them. That's why they fear to pay us our slavery reparation. But black people, they are asking the slavery reparation to compensate for the damages that they did. These people, we are having some of the families which they are having slavery scars. We are having some of the memory. We are having some of the families which they are having the bad memories of what happened to their fathers, what happened to their grandfathers during the days of the slavery. So these families, they need to be compensated. They need to be given, they need these slavery reparations so that they can also try to erase the memory of what happened to their grandfather, to their forefather, to their ancestor during the slavery time. So guys, I want to read some of the comment and see what people that have come out and say according to this interview. This one saying that the brother served his ass up and left no crumbs. So this one saying that as a black man, we need more black men like you. Exactly, we need black men like this one, and without fearing these white folks, we need to tell them truth to their face. So this was saying that black and Indians were here first. The history they taught us in school was a lie. Exactly, you know, the history that nowadays we are learning in our school, it is all lies. Yeah, it is all lies. They've been saying that Christopher Columbus, the one who discovered America, is the one who discovered some countries in the Caribbean, but that it was a lie. Black people, they were there. Black people, they were in America, and also Indians, they were in America. So these white folks, they came just to steal the land because they were European rejects. So this one saying that they are quick to call people of color savage when they are the true savage who slaughtered millions of people here and gave them horrible disease. Big hypocrites, liars to cover up their crimes. This was not their land. End of story. Exactly, this was not their land. America, it was not their land. This one saying that there are many white people that are here illegally, but will they be racially profiled? This one is saying that, see, when you tell them the truth, they get mad cause they know it's the damn truth. Exactly, when you tell them the truth, these people, they got angry. So this one saying that I am a veteran and I stand with the black man. This one saying that I'm glad he let him know America doesn't belong to them. Exactly, America doesn't belong to this white. Right now we are seeing that deporting black people, the people of the color in America. They are saying that they want to make America great again, and these people, this the land that they are deporting people, it is not their land. America, it is not theirs. These people, they should leave America to the black people and also to the Indian people. America, it is not for the white. This one is saying that the hatred that came from that man is the same rage that hungered people. This one saying that as a Nigerian, it's beautiful to see my black American standing on business. The audacity of this crazy Caucasian immigrant. Black people are the indigenous of America. Native Indians are the first immigrant from Siberia, Mongolians. Exactly. So black people, they are the real native. Sorry guys, this one is saying that how can a thief tell the victim you shouldn't have this anyway? This one is saying that can't even get health care in this country, but they want you to go risk bodily injured so a bunch of rich white men can get richer. Nope, not me, not ever. Yeah, so this one is saying this one is saying that she has the right to sit if she wants to. This one is saying that he spoke a straight fact and he didn't skip a damn beat. Exactly. I love how this black man has come out and stand up for the rights of the black people, and also he told these people truth on their face. This one is saying that black education is key. Black knowledge is power. Stand together, stand strong, stand together. So this one is saying that that black man ate off that. This one saying that big up my black brother. You tore that devil ass up enough respect. So this one is saying that I don't understand either, because America never treated the black soldiers with equality and respect. Wow. This one is saying that three horrible illness in one delusion: superiority, complex arrogance. This one is saying that sadly some of them are some evil, pig-headed, clueless people. Slavery is over and still trying to force us no more. Exactly, slavery is over, but these people that are trying to force black people won't allow that. This one saying that dude fail to realize that our black children are very wise and we don't teach them foolish behavior such as hate and like them. That white guy so bitter and angry, he's about to explode in that seat. This one saying that my this one is saying that we have the same issues in Britain, where non-white British citizens are still treated as ethnic minorities. This one is saying that it's good to see African getting involved with race in America. Now know our history before you look down on black Americans. They told you we were lazy and loud. We only got lazy to them when we stopped working for free, and loud when we wouldn't shut up about justice in America. We paved the way for all people of color. Exactly. So before you judge black people in America, just try to know their history. You know, the white people that have been telling people that black Americans, they are lazy, but black Americans, they are not lazy. It is just black Americans, they stop working for free for these people, and that's why they started calling them lazy. If black people they are lazy, why it is said that the black people are the ones who build America? Black people are the ones who build America. How can a lazy person build America to a point where right now, where is it? So you need to think before you talk. So kindly guys, share your thought on the comment section. I'll be reading it in my next video. Thank you so much guys. See you.